Going beyond the community, tell me about what charities are near and dear to your heart, and perhaps what Nephron supports in terms of charities in the community.
Well, the first thing we like to do is we want to consider anything that helps the cause of children. But most importantly, first and foremost, we look to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. There's approximately 30,000 cystic fibrosis patients in America. It's a small subset when you consider some other disease states. However, it's, those patients are on all our medications multiple times a day, and it's the right thing to do. We want to support them. 90+% of every dollar goes toward R&D. They did introduce a new drug about 2 years ago that absolutely cures a very small population of the CF patient world, which is incredible, and it's something you want to support. We absolutely support the Lung Association and the Heart Association. We were very privileged to participate in the Midlands Heart Walk this year. The Nephron employees of South Carolina, they showed up in their neon pink T-shirts and made quite a statement on behalf of the company, and we had I think we came in second in a number of earnings, and we thought that was mighty exciting, and considering we only have about 85 employees, and we were competing with folks who had over 10,000 employees.
Oh my.
So we think we did a super job.
Yes, yes. Well, that is just probably one facet of Nephron's business. Talk to me about your business model. How are you organized? How are you incorporated? What lessons have you learned? Tell me about Nephron.
Okay, so we are a sub-S corporation, which is quite rare in pharma. There's very, very few privately owned pharma companies. If you were to poll the banks, you would consider us a mid-sized company. We are going to continue to operate the headquarters facility in Florida. We have 408,000 and some change square feet here in South Carolina. We are equipped to add on to this facility to almost 1 million square feet, and we fully intend to do that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We have many plans in place for what will second and third phase be right now today. And if I could find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, I think we'd already be on phases 3, 4, and 5. But until we do that, we're taking things. This is a big enough building, and we've got to operate what we have. We are pleased to be privately owned. My management style is very much like a family. I'm a mother hen, so to speak. I call these folks around here all my favorite chickens, and we take very good care of our employees, and everyone matters, and it's my intent to typically know everyone's name, even their birth date or close to their birth date. At least I know the month. And I try to know their spouses and children's name, and I do that in Florida as well. It's important to me. It's not important to other CEOs, but it's important to me.
Great. When you get to the end of phase 1, what will it look like in terms of your output?
Okay, so right now we have 8 lines designed for the current building project that we have. We have room for an additional 6 lines.
Okay.
So when this is 100% completed, it will have 14 filling lines and 5 packaging lines, as well as an Italian-designed, very high-tech, vertical, if you will, storage facility.
Okay.
One of the nice things about the facility is 100% redundant, and it's also slated to be LEED certified silver, but we anticipate getting a LEED gold. We are we've invested in return on investment, if you will. So while we might spend more on some of the insulation, the glass, the thickness of this, that, and the other, we know that the return on investment in terms of energy savings is the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for employees. One of the things that I wanted very much is I wanted this facility to have a visual corridor throughout. Now, what does that mean? We're only the 4th or 5th facility in the world that has this ability, but every single thing that we do here, every single thing, from the machine shop to packaging to storage, can be seen through glass. Oh. That means I'm allowed to bring students even under the age of 12 anytime I want through the building, so we can offer field trips, and it's my hope that we will be able to inspire young children in that vein of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Someone might say, what does a microbiologist do? And there they are, right behind just a plate of glass, performing their tests in microbiology. The same thing goes on in our chemistry lab. So everything is visible to adults and young children, and I hope this will inspire children to want to pursue some of these avenues that maybe they wouldn't even dream of. Like, I'm not sure that anywhere in elementary school we'd learn what a microbiologist does to complete their task. So I hope that we'll be able to inspire a young generation to look toward that STEM avenue.
Oh, that is fascinating. When you take a step back and look at the industry as a whole, and thinking about South Carolina businesses, breeders, and the manufacturers who might be picking up this issue, what challenges have you faced getting your product into the hands of your patients? And what challenges do you see other manufacturers facing?
Okay, first of all, let me tell you that I have yet to find a challenge in South Carolina.
That's wonderful.
And this is not a paid endorsement. I can tell you that South Carolina is 100% pro-business. They have been helpful. We permitted this entire facility in 6 days. That's unheard of in other states.
That is.
We've been able to navigate the permits that we need through, whether it be DHEC or other departments here in South Carolina, Board of Pharmacy, others. Everybody is set up to help us be successful. And they answer our questions quickly. They bring helpful information. They let us know what we need to do. For example, we've been so fortunate. The fire marshal, for example, will come in and do a pre-walkthrough and say, if the following things are complete, then you will be up to code. Other states don't offer that. So we feel like that doing business here in South Carolina is a dream. And I would suggest if others are looking to South Carolina, they should dig in and find out just how nice it is, how easy it is. I mean, the banks are willing to help you. The government's willing to help you. And I don't mean just state. I'm talking about the county has been amazing. So we've encountered no problems, only good things. So I don't have anything to complain about. I would suggest that is not the reception you may get in other states, and it's something worth checking into because it can slow up. For example, this facility really is a 3-year job. We are likely to get our CO, and that will be February 29th. It was a leap year when we started. Would have been 2 years, so 2 years and some weeks. I mean, given that 2013 was I believe in 100 years, the largest amount of rain that Lexington County has seen. So, and snow.
Yes.
Let's not forget, we've had an eventful weather year.
What are some of the issues that a united voice of business can do for Nephron or for other manufacturers? What kinds of things do you see the chamber working towards in terms of ideas like workforce development, strengthening intellectual property rights? Are there any issues that weigh on your mind that getting the entire business community to rally behind would be of interest?
Those two that you mentioned are beautiful things. We absolutely need to strengthen that. We've got some super talent. These are all South Carolinians, and you can't imagine what they're turning out here. And we found that we do have IP that we can seek around some of the things they're doing. So those are all good things. I'd like to mention two things, and I don't care how political they are. I'm happy to be in a non-union state. I'm happy to be in a right-to-work state. To me, that is what our the founding U.S. Let's call them merchants. Let's look at Carnegie, Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan Chase, and others. This foundation was all about competition, was about making our own things, controlling our own things, not sending it overseas. And I believe, take the unions out of it, because I know they seem to have started in the Midwest and the Northeast. This is a wonderful state to do business. We don't need the unions in here. And further from that, we absolutely want to encourage tort reform. We don't need all these legal issues in one thing and another.
Awesome. What can South Carolina do to ensure that more Nephrons come to South Carolina?
Well, I believe because we're heavy on the, our company is a great life sciences healthcare company. It might likely encourage others.
Good.
I believe no different than BMW has brought so many spin-off companies in the upstate. I believe Boeing's doing that in the lower part of the state, and we hope to be a catalyst here in the Midlands.
Well, what's next for you personally after this facility?
Maybe a vacation.
Nice, nice.
I hate to say we're going to Disney because that's not a stretch for me. I'm from Orlando, or our headquarters in Orlando. I would like to take a couple of days off. That'd be nice.
Brilliant. That's all for Beyond the Pages. Thank you for being with us.